Can you measure out? Well, what are we doing here?
We're making pizza dough.
We need to measure out 1.5 cups of water into here, please. Do you remember what 1.5 cups looks like?
Mm-hmm. Half.
That's a cup.
Done.
Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the microwave for a minute. Let's go with a minute. We want to get it up to about 105 degrees. What temperature is that?
1:10.
There we go, about 105.2, 0.4. It's got to be at least about 100, not more than 115.
I just twirled off the whole.
Good job. You want to get a spoonful and put that in? Half a spoonful. How about that? There you go. Drop that right in. Boom. Give that a good swirl. Get that all good and mixed. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you put honey in here.
Yep, always put honey in. Whoop, that's my finger. Because the yeast has to have something good to eat. So sugar works, honey works. We always do honey. Can you get the yeast?
Yeah. Is this?
That's the yeast. It's just regular.
How did it open?
Hold on, I'll hold it up for you. It's regular active yeast. Not instant, just regular active. Nice work. Dump that whole thing in and don't stir it. Just pour the whole thing in.
It's supposed to sink and come back up.
Yes.
So are we going to work on anything else right now?
Yes, when this is proofing, while the yeast is waking back up, we're going to measure out some flour and salt.
It will turn into goo like that.
Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
We're pouring flour in.
How much?
I forget.
4.5 cups.
4.5 cups. And if you want it super smooth, you might want to cut it like that.
Okay. It's important to get the flour to water ratio just right. 1. Don't forget to count.
But I thought you were my counter.
Okay. Good.
But you might want to get the extra flour off so you have it measured perfect. Then let it sift through.
Okay.
Oh, and this is all for Saturday night, so you want to put it in the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. For at least a day, right?
Yeah.
Forgot to mention bread flour. Absolutely must use bread flour, right?
Yeah. Because once we used a different type of flour and it tasted weird.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't taste weird to me. Didn't taste weird to Daddy, but...
Tasted weird to me. I mean, it had like a different texture, you know?
Well, not to me.
No?
No.
All right.
It was flour, so I stick with it. My hands feel like all chalky. I hate that chalky feeling, don't
Flour.
you? Oh, and here's a tip when you're in the kitchen. Throw a towel over your shoulder every time. This one's wet, so I'm not going to use
Okay, I'll keep this on my shoulder.
Keep this on my shoulder.
There you go. Now you're ready to go. Here's our salt. Thank you. We need 2 teaspoons. Already? Yep.
How do you...
Oh, you've never opened that one, have you?
No.
Oh, because none of us have. Because it's brand new. That's why. Hold the camera.
Yes! Watch him.
There we go.
He is opening the toughest thing in his whole entire life. Salt.
Wait. 2 teaspoons.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be perfect, so you can pour it over the sink if you want.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a good technique. I don't know if you'll be able to get it out. What if I hold it sideways? We're going to have to vacuum.
Yes, we are.
How?
Just pour it in. Oh, it's like little tiny jab.
Yeah, it's coarse. I like the coarse crystal. Oh, that's our coffee cake. We're on hold. What was that?
Is this the hooked one?
Yes, that's called a dough hook. We're gonna use a dough hook on it.
I'm Smee.
All right, I'm putting this here.
me.
I can tell.
Oh,
And then, do you know how to hook that on?
hook. Oh
Yeah, it does
no,
go
my
up there.
hand ripped off.
That's right. I'm just gonna keep pushing up
Me.
and turning. There you
My
go.
hand.
It's on.
My hand ripped off.
So we're not turning it on yet because we don't have the yeast in there. Let's take a look at the yeast. How's it looking?
Pretty good, pretty
Don't
foamy.
touch.
Just in the inside, it's not
Right.
synced.
The outside's looking good. How's it looking down here? Stuff going down and coming back up?
Foggy,
Foggy.
like
Yeah.
it's snowing.
Do you see any coming back up?
No.
Keep looking.
Yes.
Okay, that means it's ready. So we're gonna take some olive oil.
I saw one speck go.
That's all right. I'm gonna
But what
turn
about
this.
the middle? The middle's not
It's okay.
doing its
The
part.
outside is what we need. So we're gonna take some olive oil. I'm not sure how much, but we usually go glug glug glug. So we'll,
Why are you putting it in the dough?
cause that's the way I always do it.
You're putting it in the dough. You're putting a lot in there.
I pour it. Usually I pour it over the mixing hook. I put, I don't know, 2 tablespoons maybe. All right, now Katie.
Smells bad. Get this?
It's not gonna want people to make pizza. Yes, you're gonna pour that whole thing right in.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Just put it right in the center and pour quick. Boom. There you go. Shut
That's
it,
what-
lock it, turn it on number 1.
Shut it. Lock it. What? We're always gonna put it on 1 so the flour doesn't go poof. Once I put it on like 6, and we're like, and it is like all flour mixtures. That's what you want it to look like when it's starting to mix. And that's
That's
what you
one.
want it to
There we go.
look like.
So we're gonna let that mix, and I'll come back in a sec and see what it looks like. What are we looking like here? Let's turn this off.
It's supposed to look like
And-
the bowl is clean.
Bowl is definitely getting clean.
It has to have it
It's-
on there.
Yeah, it's a little bit sticky, and it still feels lumpy, so I'm gonna...
Wait, can I touch it first?
Sure. Good thing you washed your hands. See how it's still like kind of lumpy?
Yeah, it's sticky.
Yeah, a little sticky. So I'm gonna lock it. We're gonna set it on maybe
2.
2.
We're on
Probably
2.
even go up a little bit higher in a minute.
Oh,
So that took maybe a minute. We're gonna let this go for at least 10. Maybe even a higher speed. Here we go. Why don't you turn it off?
okay. That's heavy.
Slide it back because all the dough's on it. There you go. Scrape that dough off.
My hand?
Yeah.
So sticky. Super sticky.
Does it feel smoother now?
Yeah, but it's super sticky.
It's supposed to be sticky. Just push it all back in the bowl. There you go.
Do I have to say anything?
You can if you want.
Okay. Wait, can I hear it?
I'm videotaping right now. Just put it right on the counter. Boom. Now, what we're gonna do, we can leave that right there.
It looks like a tushy. If I just shape it.
While you're shaping that into a tushy, I'm gonna put now a little bit more than a teaspoon of
That's
olive
a
oil.
sweat crack.
It's my assistant in her mind.
And I bet.
And all I'm doing is I'm rolling around some of the oil in here. Now,
Does
Katie,
it have
the dough.
Oh,
Sorry,
my
I had
butt!
to ruin your butt. Now, at this point, I'm not really doing much to it. I'm just putting it into a ball.
I can do that.
Soft. And I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use my hand. And I'm putting it in, and then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a roll
And
to
olive.
coat it in olive oil. So we're grabbing a plate. Just letting it sit on the counter. I mean, it's 70 something in here. So you can see what it looks like at this point. We're just gonna stick the top on top and let that proof for a good hour and a half or 2 hours. So we let the pizza dough sit for, it's supposed to be an hour and a half, but it's pretty warm in here. We got a lot of stuff cooking up. So it was a little bit over an hour, and you can see that it rose a huge amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some gallon-sized Ziploc bags, you know, the cheap ones from Aldi. That's all you need. They're fantastic. And take them, put a little bit of olive oil in there. Let's get the dough out. I'm going to cut that dough up into pieces. We're going to roll it. I'll show you that. Put it back in the Ziploc bags, and then we're going to let it sit for at least in there. All right. Katie's being my videographer at this point, so thank you, Katie. So put a little, like I said, a little bit of olive oil, just a couple drops in there. And everything sits in the fridge.
And when you're taking it out, rip out half the side of the bag.
Oh, that's right. We'll have to show that when we actually make pizza dough, right?
Yeah, so we can't send it to them. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just kind of moving the oil around in there. Getting it just coated, you know, barely coated. That's all you need. All right, so the counter's nice and clean. You can see our dough is sticking a little bit. That's okay. Boom, out comes the dough.
And as you can see, it looks pretty greasy.
Mm-hmm.
And the olive oil.
Hold it up and down, please. You're sideways now. And back up a little bit, because I need to move. Thank you.
From the olive oil.
Mm-hmm. So this is a dough scraper, but a knife would work as well, like an old dull knife.
He likes that because it's nice and straight, and you can cut it in one thing.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna cut some up for the kids first because they like personal pan pizzas. So I don't know if you can see that one. So I'm gonna take it. You got that in the camera?
I can see it.
This goes in the center, pull it, center, and then just try and get everybody back to the middle here as best you can. So let me do another one. Do another same size.
And you want to cut it straight.
Yeah. So here's another one.
Straight down.
So we'll center.
So it looks like a snake.
Pushing it in, pushing it in, pushing it in. Just get everything into the middle here. All right. I know we're looking at your hand.
No, I'm looking. I can look at two things at once. It's supposed to be for
Took a
professional show.
Took a little oil off there, keeping it a little bit damp. So there we go. So now,
I'm just getting the close-ups.
so I'm pulling, and letting the top get nice and tight. And that's, it doesn't have to be, but try and get no ball. And I'm gonna make a bigger one here. This bigger one's gonna be for like maybe a stromboli. So the center.
This is all pizza dough.
Center. Yeah, and it's nice and soft and pliable. It's got a really good texture. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're filming. There we go. So again, I'm pulling this nice and tight. There we go. See how pulling that down there? Nice and tight. Boom, that's another one. And
Because pizza dough works for pig in a blanket.
yes, there we go. Nice and tight on top.
Get a hot dog
Go ahead.
and wrap it.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
With garlic knots, bread knots?
Yeah. Okay. Daddy,
Yeah. So in
can we make some garlic knots for dinner on Saturday?
maybe. So I've got theirs. They both go
Oh,
in here.
and the best thing to use for pizza is a movie night. So you have like a movie while eating pizza in the living room.
You can tape yourself while you're talking there if you want. You can turn that towards yourself. If you want.
And I'm gonna pause it.
Getting the oil off and I'll turn this off.
As I was saying before, the best thing to use pizza for is doing it with a movie. So any movie, it just has to be a movie. And you have to have it in the living room. These are some tips for garlic knots. You could have them with movie nights, you can have them with dinner. And here are some tips for a pig in a blanket. Whenever you're making a pig in a blanket, just wrapping it in dough in the middle or on the sides.
Pizza dough, I've got two
He's
lumps
a
in the
camera
bag.
hogger.
I just
Don't
put two in
listen
the
to
bag.
him.
Two in the bag, put them in the
Don't
fridge.
listen to him.
They're gonna stay there for a day or two.
They're just staying there for a day or two.
So they're just in the bag.
So-
Try to get some of the air out too, see?
If you have any type of straw, use that. Suck the air right out of that bag.
Hi.
Alright. We changed videographers at this point. This one is Lizzie. She's playing Roblox. Please put that down. So, you can't do that.
Why?
Katie's got her dough. Go for it, Katie. A little bit of flour on the counter. She's putting a little flour in her hands. Hi there. So we pick it, just give it a stretch and a turn. A little stretch and a turn, stretch and a turn. You can start seeing through parts of it. Yep. And you just keep stretching and turning. Yep. Try and get it as even as you can, but you make it as thin as
So I made my pizza.
Okay, now we have our tray here covered in parchment paper,
I'm gonna put that on.
and the oven is at 475.
And we put sauce on.
Okay, make sure you don't get it on your dress, please.
When you put on the sauce, you want to do it with a spoon. And spread the sauce all around.
Go. And we use giant pizza cheese, and our sauce is, let's see our sauce. We use Don Pepino from New Jersey. Put some cheese on there, and then of course, before you're done, you have to sprinkle it with oregano. That's what we get in there. You want any more cheese, or are you good?
Good.
All
It's
right.
gonna spread.
Okay, so we'll put that in the oven. We'll cook that up for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Keep an eye on it. When the cheese starts browning to whatever your liking is, that's when you're done. I'll make another one. Oh, I guess we can't see it in there. We've got cooking up. There we go, we can kind of see it. Cooking at 475, about 5 minutes. And here we go. It's the final product right there. A little light, probably could have gone a little longer, but should be good. Made a calzone for all the mix, and then oregano is in there as well. And our tomatoes are in from the garden. So we've got some fresh mozzarella and some tomatoes and then some regular pizza going on there.